Okay, so I'm back with Ms. Buckmaster again, 8th grade science teacher at Northeast High School. And we're going to talk a little bit about character building. Now, with this group, and I wrote in the blog that the things I'm doing over at East with Dr. Weibel's students looks a whole lot different than what's going on here. And that's because of the type of students Ms. Buckmaster has. They're very savvy, and you cannot get them to do anything without actually having them buy into it. So I've spent a lot of time building relationships with the kids and just indirectly doing some character building and helping with their self-esteem and self-control and things like that. So do you want to talk a little bit about some of the things that you may see so far? Because we haven't really rolled out the whole character program. What we've done is I talk to them sometimes when there's some issues, and then also you've worked on your approach with the students as well. And also we did a survey because I started to see, I used to observe them before I actually got physically involved with them. I would come in and observe and just watch their behavior and just look at how they interact so I can kind of get a feel for how they were. And what I noticed was that the kids didn't really have a sense of self. And so one day I said, let me just pose this question to a student. So I just asked them, I said, who are you? And what makes you unique? What are your character strengths? And what are the things that make you unique and that make you great? And most of the answers I got back were, I don't know. And so I used that to actually create a survey to have them actually answer some questions about themselves or their perception of themselves. And I'm going to use that information as a springboard into actually having them take a larger survey which will identify their character traits. And what I've done is use the VIA character survey tool that we're going to actually use. It's a series of questions, and it'll give them the 24 character strengths listed from their greatest strength to their least greatest strength. And then we're going to do some work around that. So you can talk a little bit more.
Okay. I think the district at one time was really into building character strength to the point that sometimes the advisement was they'd pick a character strength out and the kids would talk about it and they would work on it, and we'd read about things that might apply to it. And I feel like since all the changes have come down, we've gotten away from them in the last 3 or 4 years, where the character strengths and identifying behavior, modification through different means, whatever they are, has slipped through the cracks. And even as a seasoned teacher, I need to go back and work on my character strengths. And having Muriel here, she's modeled so much that I can use to improve my own character strengths on, and it has helped. And I'm hoping that once the kids, maybe next year, hopefully we can start this earlier and work on these kids identifying what they're all about, how to deal with things.
Yeah, and I think that's important for them to actually understand who they are and know that they as one of your former students says, what they bring to the table. They have these amazing qualities about themselves, but they're not aware of them. So to use the survey and to start talking about how they're actually exemplifying those character strengths that are their top 3 or top 5 can make them more aware of the things that they have or the gifts that they have that they can even make greater. So to see when they came to the classroom.
Right.
Like, what type of behavior do you want to see? And we started talking about what that looks like. And what I did was I took a before video of what the class looked like before. And so I'm really excited to see after the school years, maybe in May, to take another video of how these kids are acting. And actually, they did a lab and they did a demonstration video today and yesterday that really can be provides a nice contrast from what they were before and what they are now. Just that alone But I just like to see them entering the classroom and how they interact with each other, to make another comparison as well, so.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Yes, it is. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for them. I think they're gonna be powerful.
I do too. Thank you, Muriel.
Thank you.